What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys with another market watch today. I gotta say, I am shocked how fast the Winged Dragon of Ra Ghost Rare tanked in value. I mean, we know it was gonna happen. We also knew it was gonna go lower than the Astral Utopia, which is still roughly around $300, but I didn't know it was gonna happen immediately right off the gate. Doing Dragon of Ra Ghost Rare coming out of Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra with a $270 market price is down to roughly around $245. In fact, if you want to go by a seller, it's still roughly around, that's verified, still roughly around $250. That's the price point where I thought that Astral Utopia will go to. It still hasn't gotten there, by the way. But looking at Winged Dragon of Ra coming out of the Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra once again, I think that this card is still going down. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really want this card. I think we all want this card in our collection. But do you want to overpay for it? Of course not. Well, look at the Winged Dragon of Ra. I think we have to still wait because we don't know where it's going to go. And that's the hardest part about this card, because it's a card you really want to jump at, but you don't want to jump at the card for $240 and then the card becomes like $100 the next day and you wasted all that money that you're probably not going to see for a very long time. So like I said, guys, if you are interested in getting this card, just wait. And if you're interested in subscribing to this channel, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. You know what? I'm going to hold that one off for later on in this video. Next, guys, we have Triple Tactics Talent coming out of Rise of the Duelist. This card keeps rising in value. Okay, that's a $97 market price. The value of the card's actually roughly around $104 to roughly around $105 for Triple Tactics Talents. This card originally coming out being around $60, spiking high in value when Called by the Grave went to 1. Now, what's going to happen to this card's value? Is it going to go up, down? What's going on? Okay, so let me explain. First of all, Triple Tactics Talents, in my opinion, needs to be in the main deck. Everyone's running around with Dragoons. Everyone's running around with, like, Buster Lock. You need this card. The minute you bait everything out, your Triple Tactics Talent is going to win you the game. Especially if your opponent has a Dragoon on board. You're going to Triple Tactics Talent their Dragoon, blow up your opponent's board, and then swing for 4,000 in their face. It's a big, big deal. And there's really nothing like this in the game. I mean, there is something like this in the game, but all those cards are banned. Cards like Pot of Greed, cards like Change of Heart, and cards like Confiscation. Those are banned cards. Triple Tactics Talents has 3 of them built into the card. Choose what you want when you want it. And it's also roughly around $105. So, once again, I think this card's needed. I think this card is insanely high in value, and it's probably not going to calm down for a while. Even when we get Crossout designated, the price might just only settle. Right now, it's still rising. Then we have Forbidden Droplet, another card that's been hovering around $90. I mean, Forbidden Droplet has a $95 market price, and we're seeing a Name It First Edition version roughly around $90, but that's still the hover price has been out for a while. The card really hasn't changed. Despite not seeing much meta play, this card is still really good. In fact, Forbidden Droplet is really good in a slower format. Right now, it's not needed as much. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are playing very aggressive decks. Very few decks like Ellic, Dogmatica, or Shadow, Invoke Dogmatica. Those variants might have good use for Forbidden Droplets. But the other decks, like Infernobles and, Dragon Link, they don't care about this card. We're going to Forbidden Droplet. Alright, cool, whatever. Now break the rest of my board because I threw it all at you in the first turn. Or I broke your board, immediately threw my board down, and if you have any life points left, if you have any cards left, what can Forbidden Droplet do for you? So once again, I think the format is super aggressive, super fast, but when it slows down, this will definitely overtake Triple Tactics Talents as far as the most valuable card in Rise of the Duelist. It's just not going to happen right now because the format is so fast. In fact, Ice Dragon Prisms, which kind of caught me off guard coming out of Rise of the Duelist, with a $17 market price, being roughly around $17, almost there $18, is crazy high in value. When this card first came out, it was nowhere near this value. I forgot where it was. I think it was like a $4 ultra rare, and now it's spiked so high in value. And this card's being used in those mid-range kind of decks to slow the heavy combo decks down, to try to mitigate that board as fast as possible. And it does a great job at it. The problem is it's still not good enough. It's good, but not good enough. The format is very fast and it's very aggressive. If I had any kind of way to just throw it out there for you, that's the format. Super fast, super aggressive. If you can try to slow the format down by playing a mid-range deck, like once again Dogmatica Ellic Invoke or Dogmatica Shadow Invoked, you really need cards that's going to allow you to +1 something onto the board so you don't lose too much advantage, because the main thing about combo decks, they're trying to get rid of all your advantage. So when you have none, they just blow you out of the water. And Ice Dragon Princess is one of those great cards that's going to help you maintain advantage. So that's why I think this card is holding a decent amount of value. But once again, until the format slows down, this card realistically, and the thing is, I don't know if this card's going to go up even more in value, because in the slower format, this card's really good still. So we got to keep an eye on this card. Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, with a $14 market price, is roughly around $14 for shipping. This card was like $6. Now it's $14. I made a market watch a long time ago. I said you guys need to get at least one of these cards. It was roughly around, like I said, $5 to $6. Hopefully you did get it, because now it's $14. This is an amazing, 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 amazing synchro monster that doesn't necessarily have a good deck for it to be consistent in. I think the only deck we previously saw this card in was in Thunder Dragon Chaos. And don't get me wrong, it's really good in that deck. It's a deck, and when the deck can bring it out, because it's not consistent. But if we can find decks that can bring it out more consistently, this card's pretty good. Then we have Fossil Warrior Skull Knight with a $12 market price. It's roughly around $13. Okay, I'm going to say it right now because I'm not sure if anyone's on this yet or not. This is OCG tech changing the value of the market price based off TCG speculation. Let me explain. People are looking at this card in the OCG, seeing play, because, once again, OCG's format is much slower than our TCG format. They have 3 Max Cs, of course they're much slower. 3 Max Cs coming at the gate is making formats just immediately stop what they're doing. You're not going to be able to go Infernoble Knight combo when your opponent drops Max C on the first rip on you. It's just not going to happen. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are playing cards like Fossil Warrior Skull Knight for the mid-range decks, which obviously are going to have a huge advantage in the OCG, being the fact that those decks like, once again, Dogmatic and Invoke, Dragon Link and decks like Infernobles just get wrecked. You don't have to hit those decks on the ban list at all. You just put Max C to 3 and those decks immediately die. Just immediately. And I know you guys go with the Max C again, please, but you gotta understand, Infernoble Knights do nothing when you drop Max C. They literally pass turn. That's insane. Dragon Link, the minute start the combo, you drop Max C, you're like, oh, go ahead and Bustle Lock me. I'll break it eventually. I got enough cards in my hand. Like, that's insane. So decks like the mid-range decks, once again, the Invoke Dogmatica variants, are using Fossil Warrior Skull Knight, as well as other decks, because those decks are really good due to the fact of that. Here in TCG, we don't have that. This card should not be worth a penny, because nobody's really playing it. But everyone's holding this card in speculation of it being used, and that's why it's showing a current high price point. So, like I said, this is a card you might need one of. Maybe, possibly. I mean, when it comes December, our balance and our meta will hopefully be near the OCG. We don't know. And if it's not, this card will never see a play whatsoever. And it's $13. Sky Striker Ace Rose. Rose again. I don't, like, what? This card is holding a $12 market price, but the market price on the market is roughly around $13 to almost $14. Quickly going to $15 for Sky Striker Ace Rose. Striker players, we get it. You throw money at your deck. Please, chill out. Like, everything in your deck is max rarity. And then when you run out of max rarity things, you're like, I'm gonna buy Rose out. Why? Because shut up, we're Strikers. Everything should be max rarity in Strikers. I'm using this disgusting looking ultra rare Rose, so I'm gonna buy the ultra rares and make them money. And now they're like $13 to $14. I don't know, I'm just taking a guess. I have zero idea, to be honest with you. The fact that Sky Striker Ace Rose is $14 is crazy. Also, I will say, I own this card. I'm not selling this card, because one day I might be a Sky Striker person. I don't know. That sickness might come over here. The card art does look beautiful when it's max rarity. Prime Math Mech Alimbertian, okay, Primal is roughly around $20 on the market. This card is roughly in the market price, $21 to $22. So, who's using this card? No, for real though, like, who's using this card? Like, I want to know. I don't know. I want to know. And are you playing a meta deck? And don't say, yeah, I'm playing a meta deck. It's going in my Math Mech deck. No, I said meta deck, as in like a real deck. Not to knock you Math Mech players. Hold on. I don't want to knock you. But you're not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm a Math Mech player, and then in the same sentence go, oh, I always beat Dragon Link going second. That's just not going to happen, Captain. So, once again, who's using this card? Why is this card still money? And is it hype? Is it speculation? Or is just Yu-Gi-Oh! Players going, I don't know, not many of these cards are pulled, so they're just value. Then we have Gale Dog, another card being used in the OCG, TCG starting to turn around. Look at it. Gale Dog, only print rare, coming at absolute powerful, so the $5 market price is roughly almost their $6. In fact, the card price quickly goes down to $6.50 after a couple of sales for a rare. I think this is a cool card. I mean, sure, I guess so. Definitely not a card you want to play in game 2 and 3, because you gotta pay 3,000 life points. But you send one monster from your extract to the graveyard, which helps the dogmatic part of your engine, I guess. I mean, once again, I can only speculate. It's an earth monster. If it was dark, it'd be infinitely better, but okay, it's an earth monster. That's all I got. That's all I got. This is also, once again, I would want to emphasize OCG tech the TCG is seeing, so they're buying into, which isn't a bad thing at all times. There are certain times when it is, and there's times when it's really not. And I don't really know about this one. I have zero idea. Unlike the Fossil Skull Warrior Knight, which I think is a horrible buy if you're buying into this card, which is doing nothing, Gale Dog might see play. We don't know yet. So, you have to keep an eye on this one. Then we have Heavy Metaphors Electrum-Knight. Of course we have this card. With a current $5 market price, the original print coming out of Extreme Force is roughly around $14 to almost there $15. Because Pendulum's best deck, Pendulums come back, and Pendulums beat everybody. And also due to the fact that the new set is, one of the new sets in Oshi that they spoiled is showing Metaphor cards. So, of course, what makes more sense than buying the only card that was definitely not only using Metaphors, that's currently banned, Heavy Metaphors Electrum-Knight. I don't think this card's coming off the ban list. I don't want to ruin Christmas for everybody. I don't want to Grinch it up over here. I don't think Heavy Metaphors Electrum-Knight is coming off the ban list. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted to. I'm with you, okay? I'm on your side. But Konami's not going to do that. Because somehow, for some odd reason, Konami just likes beating up Pendulums on the ban list. They're doing nothing, by the way. They haven't been doing nothing meta-wise in a very long time, consistently. And Konami just, out of nowhere, just goes to Pendulums and goes, yeah, we're just going to hit some of your cards. No, we'll give you some cards. Don't worry about it. Cards that you can't realistically use consistently. We'll give you those. And then we'll hit your, probably the best card in the game for Pendulums, being Heavy Metaphors Electrum-Knight. I would love to see this card come back. I want to place it. I'm excited. And I'm also realistic due to the fact that it's not going to come back. Yes, we are going to be getting new Metaphor cards eventually. And yes, maybe that might make Metaphors meta. We don't know. 50-50 chance. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not looking good due to the past support. But if it happens, I'd be really excited if it happens. But will it bring Electrum-Knight back? Probably not. That's a very long shot. Evidently a shot a lot of you players are investing in. Don't blame you, good luck, Godspeed. Up next, Link Keribo. All I want to say is Link Keribo's worth a lot of money. From the common version coming out of the Structure Deck Codebreaker, which is $5. From the Dual Power version, which is $4, less than the common version. The Advent Calendar coming out 2019, almost at $8. And of course, the Shonen Jump Magazine promo, which is $9. Listen, you can do whatever you want to do with your money. If you're looking to buy a Link Keribo, and you're looking at the Advent Calendar one, just get the Shonen Jump Magazine promo one. These are a lot harder to find and a lot limited. Yes, there's $113, but Link Keribo though. You want the highest rarity, the highest version? Probably gonna go with the Shonen Jump Magazine promo version. Then we have Winged Dragon and Raw Spear Mode. I didn't know this card was going up so high in value, and I guess because of the collector set, even the collectors are going and grabbing this card. If I had to guess. The cheapest version coming out Dual Power being roughly around $4 in the market price. Then you got the Circuit Break Super Rares, which are $12, which is kind of crazy. But the original print coming out of Duelist Pack Battle City of Winged Dragon Spear Mode, they're a little bit higher, just $14, almost at $15. And to be honest with you, like I said, if you don't have Spear Mode and you are looking to get into getting Spear Mode, why would you not just buy the original print Ultra Rares if you're looking at the Super Rares? This is the max value version, okay? That's it right there. And another question would be, why are you buying Spear Mode? I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Spear Mode's really good if you don't need a normal summon. If you have a deck that doesn't need a normal summon at all, you can just drop Spear Mode on your opponent, and that breaks a lot of boards. I mean, you're going to be looking at, opponent playing Dragon Link, or whatever board trying to, do Dragoons and a negate over here, negate over there, and you just hand them a Spear Mode and go, hey, cool, do it again, hold Spear Mode real quick, and then you can just set your stuff apart. I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. And maybe we might see his card see play in decks like, who knows, Alta Guys, which hasn't seen any play. But Alta Guys can definitely use Spear Mode. Do they need a normal summon? Kinda. But can they stop your opponent with your back row? Yes, you definitely can. And it gets a matchup something like Dragon Link. You can Spear Mode them, and due to their limited amount of plays, they're probably going to try to go into Boar Sword, if I had to guess. And if you have a set Solemn Strike, that game's over. You win. Congratulations. So that's something to consider, as well as like Guru and other slow controlling decks. I think Spear Mode, once again, is a great card. We just don't have a lot of decks that are meta-wise that can go, don't need a normal summon, I'm just going to hand my opponent Spear Mode and win the game from there on in. Hopefully we see more coming out the gate, though. Then we have also the Yu-Gi-Oh! 2019 Field Center Dragon Maze. Of course this is $15. Why would you think less of this Dragon Maid Field Center? Dragon Maids are waifu, and waifu costs money. And then we have Barrier Statue of Stormwinds. This is a comic coming out of, only print comic coming out of Cyberdark Impact. With the $4 market price, this common is roughly almost near $5 with shipping included. For a common. Hey, you need it, right? It's $5 a pop. So, I held my comic question of the day earlier in this video, and I want to really bring it to you. Obviously, this is a spoiler, but we don't know if this is confirmed or not confirmed. Comic question of the day. Let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen, and what is your card that you would love, you want to come in at Maximum Gold? Maximum Gold got pushed back to next month, beginning of next month. So, there's obviously a bunch of cards, 162 cards in total that will be coming out. So, looking at Maximum Gold, just theorizing, what card would you like to come in that set that you would like to see as a reprint? Now, obviously, looking at the spoiler list, there's a lot of great cards here. And to be honest with you, once again, this list was brought before, I really want to emphasize that, before we got our ban list. So, when we used to call like Harpy's Feather Duster on here, that eventually got unbanned on this ban list, whenever you see something like Totally Awesome, that also got off the bans, whenever you see something like, you know, like Zodiac's in preparation for Zodiac Tri-Brigade, there's a lot of red flags on this Maximum Gold elusive spoiler list. And this can very well be a confirmed verified list. I wouldn't be surprised if this was to be a part of the cards. This is not all the cards, a part of the cards that's going to be reprinted in Maximum Gold. And if that's the case, can we talk about some of these cards in the market? Because I think it's very important. Cards like Infinity Mirage, which has the only printing in Shining Darkness, but yet Konami is going to be making more Infinity cards. So of course they need to reprint this card. Wouldn't you agree with that? Wouldn't you agree with that? My phone just went off. Early in the morning. $28 market price. Light play first edition is roughly around $27 to $28. This card needs a reprint. I think we can all agree. And what better place to reprint than in a goat set? Why not? Then we have Kitchen Dragon Maid, a card coming out of Mystic Fighters. Been a very long time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players went crazy over this card. Price points went as high as $75 for a copy. And yeah, you need this card, don't you, if you want to play Dragon Maids? Well, look at the card right now. The market price is roughly around $59. And then you see it roughly around $57. So once again, this card getting a reprint would make a lot of sense. We also have Elric the Golden Lord. Now, I'll be the first to say, this reprint makes 0 sense. Elric the Golden Lord coming at Circus Slayers with a $112 market price is roughly around $96 to almost near $100 after that. This is a really good card, and definitely not seeing as much meta play. I still consider it a tier 1 deck, because it's probably the best mid-range deck we have in the game right now. But Elric the Golden Lord is very expensive, which makes a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players not want to play it, so they'd rather turn around and play something like Dragon Link, which has a bunch of reprints. Don't blame you. But if Elric the Golden Lord was to be reprinted in this set, that would take a tier 1 deck and bring it down a little bit so it's easier accessible for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. That'd be kind of good. The problem is it came out Circus Slayers, which didn't come out too long ago. So it's in a weird situation right now. Could it happen? I would like it to happen. But has it happened theoretically in the past? That soon a reprint coming out of a big card in mid-range deck especially? The odds are very low. Lady Debug definitely needs a reprint. We can all agree with that, right? I mean, Structure Check Power Code Link, the card's roughly around $7.50 in the market price. Wrong. It's $8. Quickly going to $8.50, almost near $9 for Lady Debug. Once again, this is a reprint, makes total sense to me. I don't see no question about this card. This getting reprint makes Salmon Grade super cheap for anybody. Definitely a budget deck that you can play meta-wise. Until then, you would have to drop about, you know, 3 of these times 8, about $25, $26, $27 with tax and shipping and all for 3 cards. Don't get me wrong, Salmon Grade Core will probably run you like $27, but Lady Debug, 3 cards, come on. So seeing this card get a reprint would be great, to be honest with you. Then we have Zodiac Chocolate, another card that's going to be coming out, well, going to be needed for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players if they want to play Zodiac Tri-Brigade. Zodiac Chocolate is also in need of a reprint, coming out of Maximum Crisis. It's been a while. The card price roughly has $11 in the market price. And looking at it over here, unlimited versions roughly around $10, and you got first edition versions being roughly around $13. You need 2 of these. 2 of these cards. So it's kind of crazy, you know. Then we have Madote Who Cake. Madote Who Cake coming originally out of Lore Tech and Galaxy with a $13 market price, as well as a 2014 Megatins, which is about $12, is really high in value. Konami has been sporadically reprinting Madote cards, lowering the value of the deck, but lowering it slowly. They're not doing it super fast. They're just slowly. Here's a new set. All right, here's a Madote card. Waited well. Reprint set. Here's another Madote card. The last expensive Madote card is Madote Who Cake. So seeing that in Maximum Gold, once again, makes perfect sense to me. And the last card we have is Infinite Impermanence. The last reprint of Infinite Impermanence was an ultra rare. I believe it had a dual overload, or maybe it was dual power. No, it was definitely dual overload. $41, dual power $41, original print, insanely high in value. So seeing this as a reprint, once again, I think we can agree, makes perfect sense. In fact, if Konami had this as the Maximum Gold, as their list, as an official, and the rest of the cards, little less than 90 cards were just trash, which, let's be honest, it probably will be, I would be okay with this set as a decent set for Maximum Gold. And I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players would be. I mean, I didn't even talk about the other Dragon Maid card, which is also like $25. It's right over here. I didn't talk about any of these other cards that are just, you know, still relatively high in value, despite the fact that there's not a lot of them in the marketplace. Cards like Nibiru, which yes has an Ultimate Rare reprint, but if you don't want Ultimate Rare, Prismatic Secret Rare reprint, which is still a lot of money, you still have it just for the gold. Cards like Steel Poly, which, once again, look at that. It has an Ultimate Rare reprint. Yes, it has a bunch of other reprints, but now you have an opportunity to get it here in Maximum Gold. As well as all the hand traps, including Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, a reprint in which the common version of the card is $10. So, basically what I'm trying to say here, I'm trying to show you guys here. Oh yeah, this Rusty Bardiche, that was also on the off the ban list. Anyway, a little side note, once again, continue. What I'm trying to say here is I think this Maximum Gold list that we're looking at that was supposedly a leaked, but a fake leak list, is more and more every single day looking like a real leaked list. And I honestly and truly think that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that first looked at this and then looked away, we might have to come back and take a second look at this list. We have to come back and take a second look at this list due to the fact that majority of these cards would make a lot of sense if they was to come off the ban list. I mean, not the ban list, if they was to come off on this set and be a real leak list. And then and if that's to be the case, that will definitely change the market. I'm not done with looking at this list. I'm definitely going to come back here and talk more about this in another video. And if you want to check that out, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, comment down below. All I want to say, the last thing I want to say is Maximum Gold is coming at the beginning of next month. It's not super far away. It was pushed back to the beginning of next month, but it's going to be coming out, and you're going to see a lot of cards that are going to be reprinted on this. It's probably the biggest reprint set of the rest of this year. So it's very important for you to look at this if you're already, you know, there's already cards that are very expensive that you don't want to buy. There's other speculation cards we could talk about that could be on this list as well. And like I said, the comment question of the day, let me know what you think. And let me know why. Don't make it silly, but like, I want Lightning Storm and Triple Tactics Talents because I want it. Like, it's probably not going to happen. Even though Lightning Storm should happen, it probably won't happen. But I will say, I mean, Golden Lord, right? But I will say that Maximum Gold definitely is looking like a good reprint set. And for anyone that goes, V, should I invest in Maximum Gold? My answer is very simple. No. Buy the singles that you want to buy because there's no reason to buy this set in bulk. It makes zero sense whatsoever. The singles is where you should be going to. It makes perfect sense. Gold sets previously have had low value. If you want to see about a gold set having low value, let's look at Cosmo Destroyer for a quick second. Cosmo Dark Destroyer. This is a great example of the gold just having... I spelled Destroyer wrong because I meant to hit the T. Okay, Cosmo Dark Destroyer. The gold version of Cosmo Dark Destroyer, coming out of Premium Gold Infinite Gold, is roughly around $3. When this card originally came out of Premium Gold Infinite Gold, it was $20. The value has tanked. And this ain't unique to just Cosmo Dark Destroyer, this is just a very good example. But if you want to get original print Secret Rare Cosmo Dark Destroyer, once again, the original print Secret Rare, with a $19 market price, well, you got Unlimited for $17, that's pretty good. And if you want a first version of the card, that first version of the card is going to run you roughly around $21 to $22 for the original print. So even though I think that the Maximum Gold is really good for reprints, I personally am going to buy the original print more than likely to maintain value on the cards I'm buying in the market. There's a good chance those cards are going to be tanking in value due to the fact that they're going to have a reprint. I mean, Cosmo Destroyer used to be a $60 secret rare. Went down to 20. I'm okay with that. I think we all are. Looking at a lot of these cards that are going to be reprinted in Maximum Gold, I think we're going to see a lot of these cards lose value. And if that is to be the case, then you gotta calm down, let the value of those other cards tank, and I would say pay a little more to get the card that's an original print or a little more expensive, because that will maintain value. A lot of cards in maximum gold are going to tank, and not like kind of tank, they're going to tank super duper hard. Trust me when I say this. You can look at all the older gold sets. The only factor that would change for maximum gold, as far as gold rares in here that would hold good value, the only fact that's gonna change to me, well, if a card's only printed in maximum gold, then there's a good chance that card will hold good value. Might even go up in the future. But if this is a reprint coming out of here, hey, listen, if you want to buy the cheaper version, please, by all means, I'm not stopping you. Go right ahead. But if you want to maintain good value on your collection, you want to buy the secret rare due to the fact that they're going to tank heavily with the release of maximum gold, hopefully coming out soon. Anyway, Paisanos, it's your boy V. You Paisanos have a great day.